So we have a value which we call trusted connections.
Okay.
So understanding the value of trust, you know, when you have trust in an organization and with your customers, it's like it's a platform, right? Because there's no doubt around what's coming out. There's no doubt behind intent. There's even no doubt when things go wrong, and things do go wrong, right? But when there's trust, you have the ear, and things can build on top of that. And you're right. It started with the relationship between the four of us. It continued into the team that we brought in. We really encouraged this idea of, staff recommending people they know that they worked with to come into the organization.
Yes.
So that's really helped with that uniformity. And then sort of going to our customers and how we relate to them, because we don't charge a fixed monthly fee, there isn't this thing of, oh, we've delivered the card reader to you, off you go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Best of luck. We deliver the card reader to you, and if you're not transacting or something's going wrong, we want to know why, right?
Yeah.
Is there a problem with the reader? Is your business struggling? What's going on? We literally want to know. We have a team that looks at this within the company, and we do interventions and we check, because it's actually quite a beautiful thing. Essentially, we only grow when our customers grow.
Okay.
Right? So the level of accountability with respect to their well-being ultimately drives our business. And I would say it's actually redefined the way we relate to our customers. What's also quite interesting is that we're an SME ourselves, right?
Yes.
We're a small business ourselves.
So you understand their troubles, you understand their challenges.
Exactly. And we also learn from each other. There's actually a couple of our businesses, SMEs, where some of the founders have actually helped to mentor me, right? We take coffees and we have breakfast, and I sit and I listen. So it's a really beautiful thing. I think as a country, we haven't tapped into this raw sense of entrepreneurship. And I think this is where the growth is going to come from. This is where the employment is going to come from. And this is where the sense of community is going to come from. Because when you're operating at this level, you can't rely on regulation or lobbying or, having like sort of an endless access to capital. You're reliant on being relevant to your community. And if you're not, you're going to shut down, right? The Corner Cafe, it exists because its community needs it, right? And if they're doing something wrong, the community will sort of take a step back and they'll have to readjust. And I think, once again, this kind of speaks to this idea of accountability, right? Once you have it in place and it's embedded in structures, I think it leads to a much stronger society.
So speaking of community, do you think there's enough of sense of community, within the entrepreneurship community itself, in terms of, is there enough relationship between entrepreneurs, or is it about competing? And I'm asking this because there's been stats that companies or most SMEs, they don't pass the 3-year mark. So I just wanted to speak to that in relation to the community which you've mentioned.
So it's an interesting question. Look, what we do see is the following. We do find that, within any entrepreneurial community, and let's say we split it down by like industry.
Yes.
Within those clusters, you have sort of this tier at the top, irrespective of size, which we call the influencers.
Okay.
So these are businesses that are innovating, trying new things, using the latest technology, have good brands, have good engagement with their consumers, build great products. And we found that like these entrepreneurs are sort of the bastions within other sort of smaller businesses or other SMEs. They look to them, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they engage, sometimes they don't, but they're always looking to, what are these guys doing? Wow, that's so cool. Let's try that. Let's do that too. So that's kind of sort of at a relationship level, something that we see. And then what we also have observed in the hospitality space is, businesses talking to each other, right?
Yeah.
Talking about suppliers, how they're doing things, staff, because within hospitality, you do have movement of waiters and waitresses and general managers and the like. So it's quite a tight-knit community. So there isn't a level of a sort of a community in that sense. But as far as I'm concerned, there's still room for more to be done here.
Yeah.
But the reason I think it hasn't happened is because of distribution, right? So, you know, distributing into smaller businesses that are spread out, that are unpredictable, has been largely unattractive for larger institutions, even government, right? It's hard.